and welcome back to Journaling with Trina. I just want to reiterate that these videos are for beginner journalers. And we've been talking about choosing our journey. So I'm going to actually hold this book up again because this is the book that we've been talking about, and this is going on the second week. So last week we talked about the destination journey, finding our life's purpose. So this week we're going to be talking about the humanitarian journey and things that we can do to make the world a better place. Now, as we already know, we can turn on the news, the radio, listen to social media, and find out all the negative or adverse things that are going on worldwide in our society and in our community. So, what better time other than now to try to make a difference in the world and spread love? So, for this week's topic in Journaling with Trina, our topic today is going to be the humanitarian journey and how can we make a difference in the world. So as you guys can see, I'm actually still looking at my notes because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. So number one, I want us to think about what causes, charities, or organizations that are very near and dear to our heart. So for example, if you've always wanted to volunteer at maybe a homeless shelter, a thrift store, a soup kitchen, I don't know if they still have those or not, um, at maybe a neighborhood charity on your side of town that are accepting donations such as clothing or cooking utensils, anything of that nature. So the first thing I want us to do is write down any charities or organizations that are near and dear to your heart. There's all types of movements that's going on during this time in history. So I want us to really take some time to think about that one organization, that one charity or cause that you can really think about donating to or volunteering at. And the second thing I want us to do is make a list of those places. So, number one, find a charity that is near and dear to your heart. So, that's the first thing that we're going to be thinking about. And then list at least three places that you would like to volunteer. Now, we are under the understanding that we are in a pandemic, so I know there's going to be social distancing rules and regulations that we have to follow. So this may be a little bit more challenging in this day and time, to find a place to volunteer and to actually go. So, what I want to do is kind of put a different spin on it. So, if, for example, we cannot go to a place that we would love to volunteer, we can kind of scale it back a little bit. So, maybe you may want to help a neighbor. Maybe that you found out that your neighbor is having some hard times with this pandemic, with this COVID-19. Um, uh, it's a lot. So I don't want to really focus on that, but I really want to focus on things that we can do to help, because we can go on and on about all the things that are going on in the world. But we want to offer some solutions. We want to think about some things, as far as being a good person, being a good humanitarian that can bring love and peace into this world, because we all know that it is so needed at this time. So it may be a little bit challenging for us to kind of take a place or volunteer our time at a particular place, organization, or a charity. But that doesn't negate the fact that we can still think about it, because again, some places are still accepting volunteers. They're just probably following, of course, hopefully, the social distancing guidelines, and maybe limiting the number of people, or we can just maybe drop off and keep it moving. So for an example, if you're thinking about maybe volunteering at a homeless shelter, you can do maybe like an in kind, and just maybe cook some food and just drop it off there, or cleaning out that closet. The weather is changing, right? And so we probably have clothes that we are not wearing, clothes that we probably thought that we were going to get into one day, and maybe that did not happen yet. So we can kind of donate some things. That all contributes to making the world a better place. Any acts of kindness does not go unnoticed. Let me say that again. Any acts of kindness will never go unnoticed. We'll never know what type of difference or what type of impact we'll make in someone's life if we don't try. So it's not to say that we're not already doing these things, but we're going to write about our experience. So again, how does the journaling piece fall into all of this? Is because when we are done with the action, we want to write about that experience. How did that make us feel? How did it make the other person or the other people feel? So again, we're going to journal about our experiences. So if we are not able to volunteer at this particular time during the pandemic, then there's other things that we can do. Again, is dropping off some things. And how does that make us feel? Would we want to do that again? And I'm more than certain that you'll probably end up saying yes, because it's just going to feel so good. So it's not to say again that we're not doing these things, but we want to definitely write about our experience. People are very grateful this day and time. There's so many things that that I've given away, and people have given to me, and it's just having an attitude of gratitude and just being grateful. So we do want to focus on those things, because we are taking a journey, and this is the humanitarian journey, and we want to make a difference in the world. How do we do that? It's up to us, one day at a time, one person at a time, and to spread love. So again, if you like this video, please do not forget to like it. Please subscribe. And if there's anything that I can do to make these videos better, please do not hesitate to drop a comment below. Thank you so much again for your time. Remember, we get to choose our own journey, y'all. It's up to us. We have the power to choose our own journey. So this week we are going to take on the humanitarian journey and make a difference in the world. And I'm still looking at my notes because I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. You guys have a great week, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.